with the Jacksonville Jaguars. The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. Opening carry of the game for Cordero Patterson. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. This defense for the Jags, they were terrific in the win over Tennessee a week ago.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
14's the mic. 14's the mic. Yeah, let's get second. No, we changed it. 14. Mike 14.
Throwing is Jackson. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. Here's Jackson to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Offensively lucky they were able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. First carry for the Clemson man, Travis Etienne. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Lawrence. And going deep for Hill. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Let's go, D.
Now Jackson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now it's Jackson. Finding Sterling Shepard for his first catch. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
All right, let's just go ahead and walk through this one pretty easily, right? Blast off the line of scrimmage, get downfield to a certain point, usually around 8 to 10 yards, turn around and make sure the quarterback sees your numbers and set yourself up for the pass.
A well-executed curl route by Charles Davis. Jackson on first down. And he'll complete this one to Patterson. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
A good gain on first has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Again, Jackson. He sets to fire deep. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches. They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up 3rd downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I guarantee you it started in the offseason. 3rd down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. And that nearly intercepted. Well, the free safety roaming into position almost had it, but it's second down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw is Jackson. This is Shepard on the catch. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I'm
trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tyson Campbell. And he'll get this back across the midfield stripe and down to the 47-yard line. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. No score after 1 on EA Sports. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. A quick throw complete to Chark. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people have to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Lawrence. Flush to his right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Here's 2nd and 10. Lawrence will throw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And it's intercepted at the goal line. A.J. Boye with a pick. And the Ravens are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
They're going to start the drive here on the ground with Patterson. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards. Behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 15. Here's Jackson. Looking for Shepard deep. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Tyson Campbell. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
Well, they're watching the film, and it's working. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
The Jags with their first opportunity in the red zone. It's 1st and 10 from the 12. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Here's Etienne. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. To him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Just a yard there, so it brings up a tough 3rd and 12. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
A chance of wasting this great starting field position. A real threat. This is 3rd and long. Now Lawrence to throw. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
And his kick here is good. And the Jaguars grab a 3-0 lead. So not sure how they feel about that. They had golden field position to start the drive after the fumble recovery, but they went backward and then got 3.
Well, let's go from gold to silver, because the silver lining is they got the 3, right? You were talking about the golden field position. They didn't take advantage of it. That has to feel like a letdown.
You always stand ready to pounce. Always. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. A shotgun handoff to Patterson. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
My 14, my 14. It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. Oh, for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Extra point right down the middle, and the lead grows to 10-0. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Meanwhile, Jackson's throw into the hands of Andrews. And he gets this up to the 34, out of bounds there. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Jackson. He's going to air one out. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
On 3rd and 1, Jackson. Got a man, it's Patterson, complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
And Jackson throwing once more. Oh, looking for Andrews downfield. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. picked off by Andre Cisco. And the Jags are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Let's go now. 70, Indy. Rock it.
On second down, a run with Etienne. First down and more, Etienne. And he is finally brought down at the Ravens' 28. The 71 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. One of the reasons that this team is on this win streak, big runs like that.
When you see runs like that broken off, you know this is a team that's confident running the football. A big reason why this streak has occurred, they've come together, had a plan, and stuck to it. And when you get big-time runs like that, makes it easier to stay with it, doesn't it?
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so.
Let's go. 60 or. 3 bars. 40 him up. Activity's traps. Hey, Alpha.
Here's Lawrence to throw. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
Boy, you will not see a quarterback of his caliber miss on one like that very often. I mean, there it is, wide open, got the shot, and he misfires.
We talk about, boy, he'll want that one back all the time. He definitely wants that one back. An incomplete pass on second down leads us to 3rd and inches. Now Lawrence. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. A shotgun snap and a give to Etienne. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. Be the last play of the first half. On 3rd down, Lawrence. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder. And his kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Jaguars out on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in this second half. And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. A handoff for Etienne. Dancing away at the 35. And some room to roam now. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 104 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. And they'll run here with Etienne. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustment, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Now Lawrence, and he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And a high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete.
But you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Lawrence. Left sideline, a dive, and it looks like he's got it.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You
circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year, and it's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. They'll try and set up the screen to Etienne. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Ready, ready. Check. Hey, exit.
Throwing again here. It's Lawrence. Hill diving, and he's got it full extension. What a catch. Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Tyreek Hill with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Jaguars take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. They're going to try and run. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. Needed a couple yards for the 2-point try. They go to the ground game, and it works.
And sometimes it's the exact right thing to do, because a lot of teams play you for the pass. So you spread people out, decide to run the football. You often find good running lanes.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off around the 27. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. I'm starting to wonder, Charles, if 5 interceptions, is that the last that we've seen of him?
Well, I think that a lot of people hope that's the last they've seen of him in this game, probably including himself. If this were baseball, the manager would have been at the mound already and asked for the ball, and he'd be in there getting a shower. But in football, you might have to go stand on the sideline and watch the rest of it and see if your backup can do any better.
They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Second down and 5. Looking to throw, Lawrence. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. Running out of the gun with ETN.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Operating from the gun, Lawrence. He's got it. Touchdown, Jaguars. Travis Etienne, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Jags take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Sam Sloman now for the point after. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. On 2nd and 9, Jackson. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I wonder if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long, but a nice throw there for a good gain and a first down.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Flushed out right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
We're in Baltimore, third quarter action, 2nd and 10.
We got 4. 14's the mic. Hey, report.
Jackson now. He's going deep for Brown. And this is caught inside the 5. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens cut into that lead. Justin Tucker for the extra point. He's got it to bring it back to 28-7 now. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Back to throw. Lawrence. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. Touchdown, Jaguars. Tyreek Hill with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Jaguars get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll increase their lead to 28. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. And they won't be able to run another play. Time has expired on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. From the gun, it's Jackson. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Brown. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
Now left side on the swing pass. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. Patterson on the carry. And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Once more, they turn to Patterson. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run. And boy, they were successful.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. He finds his man, complete. It's Patterson. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
2nd and 7. Here's Patterson. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. Here it's 3rd and 3. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Seventh play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. That's complete to his receiver, Bateman. And he will have a Ravens 1st down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
They've been moving the ball well, but this drive was in danger of stalling out. Fortunately, this is a nice throw here, and they're able to pick up a new set of downs.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Jackson. There goes a deep ball, end zone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
42's the mic. Hey, I'm coming. 13. Mike 42. Hey, I'm coming after you.
From the gun, Jackson. Another shot for Bateman. This time he's got it. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 15-yard line. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
From the red zone now, here's Jackson on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. To throw again is Jackson. And this is caught. It's Brown. Touchdown. Marquise Brown with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Ravens get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that'll cut the lead back down to 21. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They're looking at a 3rd straight win here if they can hold on. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Room here to run. And all of a sudden, they're knocking on the door inside Baltimore's 10. 68 yards rushing for him now in his first 2 carries of the ballgame.
Come on, set. 18 game.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. So this will be a win for Jacksonville, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better, and that got it done in this one.
So for Jacksonville, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1, and they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, it was a good first month, but they'll fall to 4-1 as they suffer their first loss. And they'll be off to Minneapolis next week for a look at new U.S. Bank Stadium and a date with the Vikings. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.